One of the things that I'm very proud of, and I think really to this day impacts the athletic department, is that we needed to make the part-time coaches for women's sports full-time. I mean, how do you coach a sport and then get away from your team and do something else? We had to go to the state of Rhode Island because they have a table of organization for their employees, and we had to seek and get approval to get FTEs, which are full-time equivalencies, for the coaches of women's sports. By 1994-95, we had accomplished that, and that was huge.
In '81, I remember going to the boys cross-country coach and asking if I could run cross-country, because there was not a girls cross-country team. I remember going with my dad to the principal at Farmingdale High School. We were able to start a cross-country team. We managed to get 5 girls, and but I believe there were some races where they didn't count because you didn't have 5 finish. but that was, to me, a success story in the sense that you just have to keep fighting, and you just have to keep believing that it's not right. Why would we be denied of this opportunity?
In 1998, we made the decision to bring women's rowing up from the ranks in the recreation department as a club sport and elevated it to the intercollegiate level in 1998. And that too was a huge undertaking because you think about it, we needed a place to row, we needed equipment to row in, we needed coaches, we needed uniforms. I mean, it was a huge undertaking just to get that program up and running and student athletes accommodated properly during that time. But the rowing program, as you all probably know today, is very successful, and it all started in 1998 with the push from Title IX.
Most programs were club programs, and now they're all Division I. And it's now become an NCAA sport, which is huge, and that's opened up a lot of opportunities for women. Well, it trickles down. If it's in college, it trickles down to high school.
We have professional strength coaches, we have professional medical staff that help us. And so the way the sport is now, gosh, it's almost 30 years later, it's amazing to see, to have been there at the first one and to proceed through. I've been at several championships since then. It's amazing to see the progress we've made.
The coaches that are there and have some longevity at the University of Rhode Island, their longevity and lends continuity to their programs, security to the student athletes. I think they are people who they're very ethical, they're very professional, they're very good at what they do, they care about what they do, they care about their student athletes. I'm really so proud of them.
I can't think of what I would have been without the sport, without going forward with it, because I really wanted to help other people, give back to this sport and help other people maybe have the same amount of passion and love for the game that I had. And I'm constantly encouraging, the young ladies to pursue a career in coaching.
As I reflect back on 50 years of Title IX, the word that comes to mind for me is grateful and thankful. And I'm thankful for those women who were really pioneers that came long before me, that paved the way for me to have the opportunities that I have today.
It's beautiful.
I wanted to show that to you when you came.
She was just a figure that always represented leadership in women's athletics at a regional and national level. And always impressed upon me that you needed to help out whenever you could. And so I never shirked an ask from a committee or an organization, would you serve on this or would you serve on that? And so I did. And I felt I helped, as Ellie did, contribute to the growth of women's sports and girls' sports throughout the years.
Being able to be, someone that these young girls are looking up to, or being part of that growth of this sport is tremendous, and to see on all levels, from club level to college level. and most recently, most importantly, to the professional level. It wasn't until 2020 that the United States had a professional women's volleyball league. To make that change, I think Title IX has kind of created that path for the growth of volleyball and women's sports in general.
I guess it's the people. I mean, my retirement that I had probably 12 of my former student athletes from the early 80s come back to be there for my honor at the University of Rhode Island back in 2019. You know, it's just fun. It's as an educator, as a teacher, a coach, it's just fun to impact people in a positive way.